I have no doubt that everyone present here this evening is aware of the milestone events that have served to further strengthen the relations between Samoa and the United States, achieved during Tony's term as Chargé d'Affaires. I'd like to go back with a bit of history of your office. It was in 1985 that our government, under our Prime Minister, late Prime Minister Tuilaepa, received an advice from Washington that the United States ambassador in Wellington will no longer be accredited to Samoa. Instead, to save costs, the ambassador from Fiji would be accredited to Samoa. Immediately, I was called upon by the Prime Minister, and we had a very nice chat. And the conclusion of that was to inform and remind the government of the United States that Samoa was the first trust territory of the United Nations to become independent. And therefore, we would not play second fiddle to another country in the South Pacific, a small island. Therefore, we would reject the change of policy by the State Department. I turned up in Washington later to attend the World Bank meetings as Minister of Finance. I paid a visit to the State Department, and the Pacific desk was headed by a former Peace Corps official who was under me when he was in Samoa in the Ministry of Economic Development. So I asked him what was the latest. And he said in a usual friendly manner, "Oh, you know, you are a very high-minded country. You know, you are the first country that I have ever handled here in the Pacific desk that rejected the decision of the great United States. And we have to process all the paperwork to go back to the president." The president was very angry. But then he read the history of Samoa and decided that the policy would be cancelled and that the United States ambassador in Wellington would continue to be accredited to Samoa. Very soon afterwards, your office was opened here. But it is a very strong indication to the American government of the feelings we have when it comes to meeting our colleagues in the South Pacific Forum. Now, during your tenure, Tony, we have worked very closely to ensure the delivery on a number of projects related to various sectors, particularly agriculture, health, education, conservation, sports, and art. We have seen an increase in humanitarian missions and successfully collaborated to ensure U.S. support for the Pacific Games, and more recently the medical and technical assistance during the measles outbreak in Samoa. You also helped us secure a number of very important projects underway, such as the much-needed upgrade of the Sailele Hospital and the new school buildings for Samoa Saina. 6 days ago, I was in Wellington. I had just entered the gates of the hotel when I was met by your ambassador, who quickly whispered to me, "We have secured additional funds to upgrade the hospital at Sailele Airport." I told him that hospital has served us well in the quarantine of people that came in suspected of bringing in diseases from overseas. I was very pleased. So I'm waiting when the final confirmation comes through. I know that as a diplomat and as a servant of your country, you would consider your contributions in bringing about the successful outcomes of projects and cooperation arrangements as merely doing your job. However, your untiring attention and dedication to duty has ensured that the arrangements between our two countries proceed well. We do acknowledge also your active and personal engagement on the deportation issues. I have made my views well known to the meeting of the leaders of the Pacific on post-forum dialogue with the major development partners. And we have asked that all those hardcore criminals overseas of Samoan descent should be taken care of by those countries, New Zealand, Australia, and also the United States, as a kind of country-to-country assistance. The crimes are committed in your respective countries, and to send those hardcore criminals home can pose quite a lot of risks on our security. So this is something we have stated many times, and I hope you will continue also to take it up with your government. Your easygoing manner, friendliness, and humble ways will be remembered by many who have worked with you in Samoa. You and your good lady, your active engagement in the community through different health, children, or art programs is commendable. And I understand on your 50th birthday last year, you made a grand donation for the Samoa Victim Support Group. I wish, on behalf of our government and the invited guests, to thank you for the hard work you have done to support the social and economic development of Samoa and to promote the friendship and close relations between our two countries. We wish you and your good lady the very best for your next posting, which we understand is not too far from Samoa. We will also open up a diplomatic office in the same country and not far from you. So we will continue to perpetuate the friendship conversations and to let us know what we can do together to promote peace and security in our region. So without further ado, can I reciprocate the honor of a toast for the continuing good relations between our two countries. Manuia. Thank you.